It's that time again. The only action figure call-in show podcast. That's right, it's your Junkman here, where this is the podcast where you get to have your voice heard. I know you get to watch people like me on YouTube and you listen to people on podcasts and stuff, but you never really get a say. You get the comment section, but is that really a say? Well, here you can call in the Action Figure Show podcast and have your say about toys, action figures, movies. We don't really keep it just the action figures. You can say whatever you want to. We usually have a topic, but a lot of times the calls veer off into other things besides what we're talking about in the topic. And this week we got a lot of prank calls. I don't know. Actually, I had to cut some of them out. We had so many of them. Yo, guys are silly. I do love them, but how fun they are to listen to. So I did cut back on some of the prank calls, left some of them in. But I knew when you put a number out on the internet, you're going to get prank calls, that's for sure. Tonight's topic is Holy Grails. What is your Holy Grail? Maybe it's a Holy Grail you have. Maybe it's a Holy Grail you want. Maybe it's that action figure or that toy or anything. Maybe a car. Maybe something you just really, really wanted and you've never been able to get it yet. And you're like, that's my Holy Grail. When I get that, I'll be satisfied with collecting. So we're going to jump into that. Now, if you missed last week's episode, don't worry. Everyone did. We didn't do last week's episode because I was in Las Vegas. A company sent me out there that I work for, but I had a lot of fun too. I did some videos out there. So check that out if you hadn't at thatjunkman.com. But that's about it. But every Sunday night, 10 o'clock, this podcast goes live. Wednesday nights on YouTube is where you call in. Go to That Junkman. Well, for the live show, you have to go That Junkman Live. It's not on the main channel. It's on the That Junkman Live channel. You can find links in the description of the podcast. And go there, 8 o'clock, Wednesday nights. Call in and let your voice be heard. But let's get in and hear about some of your holy grails and some of your prank calls and have a lot of fun. Let's just jump right into the calls. Like I said, I got a bunch of... This is the Junkman. Who's calling?
Hey, you big dummy. This is Fred. I got some bones to pick with you, Junkman. Well, you've been using my voice on all your videos, and now that you're getting pretty popular, I want to see my royalties.
Yeah, I mailed them last week. Sorry.
I will say, if you can see the handwriting on the wall, you're on the toilet.
No, did not know that. You didn't really pre-plan this too much, did you?
And it's very hot where I'm calling you from.
Where are you calling me from?
I can't tell you, but it's hot down here, and there's quite a lot of people here that I'm hanging out with, and you haven't seen them in a while. And hey, did you realize that if the Pilgrims had been chasing bobcats instead of turkeys, we'd be eating on Thanksgiving?
Hey, now. Okay, well, I'm gonna let you go right now.
Elizabeth, I'm coming.
Okay.
I'm coming in.
Sure are pausing a lot.
All right, I'll be waiting for that royalty check.
Check your mail tomorrow.
Have a good one.
Thank you for calling.
Peace out, everyone.
Okay, start off like that. Hopefully you guys can hear me and the callers. Let me know please. I got my on the chat in case something does go wrong. But we got another caller here. Let's see who we got here. This is the Junkman. Thank you for calling in the junk room. Please turn your radio down. I hear myself in the background, so please turn that down. I can hear an echo, so please turn down your computer or whatever you're listening to me. So how's it go? Who is calling?
This is Alex.
Alex!
Just a fan of your, service. I want to talk about, the Holy Grail.
Holy Grail. First, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Greenville, South Carolina.
Greenville, South Carolina. I've been through there a couple of times. Okay, what's your Holy Grail?
Your titanium shuttle.
Yes.
Actually.
I have it right over here.
I always wanted to hold one of those in my hands.
You want to hold one?
I just always wanted to.
You wanted one? Well, I'm going to tell you.
I always wanted to hold one.
We're about 5,000 people away to getting 3,000 subs, and I'm going to give one away when we do, so maybe you'll get lucky.
Hey, if I'm lucky. I've got I've got a couple Holy Grails in my hands. I got the sail barge, the Razor Crest, and all that stuff, but nothing holds it to the Titanium bar or the Titanium shuttle. I've always dreamed about holding that thing in my hands.
Yeah. Well, they're not that expensive. If you bought the sail barge, you talking about the Jabba sail barge, the big one that Hasbro Lab did?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you can get that, you can get a shuttle.
I know.
Now, do you care if it's a vintage shuttle?
Find them all complete. I'm sorry?
Do you care if it's the vintage shuttle? Because, they redid it back in the early 2000s, the same mold and everything, but you can get that one a little cheaper.
Honestly, I don't really care.
Oh, yeah, you can get that one then.
I know your Holy Grail is the skiff, and I've got the newer skiff, and I love it because it's just so detailed and everything, but...
Oh, that's the skiff I have. The skiff I have is not vintage. That's like...
Oh, I know.
That's a Target one, yeah.
But I know you want it so bad.
Yeah,
I wish I could get it for you.
Yeah, that's my grail. But yeah, you can. So what else besides the shuttle?
That's pretty much my only Holy Grail is the shuttle. I just really want that thing. When you press the button, the wings don't break. Like I always thought the wings would just snap.
No, they got little. I don't know. It's like a little hint. It's like you hit the button and they fall down, but you can click it when you bring it up. So it's got little, I don't know, gears inside. I guess that you can click it so you can stop it all the way up and down. Although they're really hard. They come undone a lot. That one's a little off. Once you get that little off the track a little bit, it's hard to get them back on right.
I got you.
But it is a nice toy.
I appreciate you accepting my call, man.
Hey, no problem. Call back.
I love this channel, man.
Okay, well, thank you for watching, and please call back.
You got it.
Thanks.
Later, buddy.
That is what we call a certified call. So we got the mega podtastic in the chat room. That's right. We got another call here. Believe it or not, we've got another call. Let's see who this is. This is Junkman. Thank you for calling the junk room. Who is this?
This is Dustin McFinkelstein. Junkman, what's going on, my brother?
Man, I should have known. How's it going?
Man, we just hanging and banging, flipping and scripting.
Well, that's what we try to do around here anyway. I know I've asked you before the new people, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Memphis, Tennessee, the home of bald-headed hoes and barbecue.
Do you need anything? Hey, wait a minute. You can't talk about bald-headed women. You might get slapped.
Oh, yeah, you're right about that. Speaking of bald-headed women, that bootleg man, Stan, so he called me a whopper on the Instagram.
Called you? Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know. I'm not a cheeseburger from Burger King. I didn't know what he was talking about.
Well, I mean, I like the Whopper, so it sounds like a good thing.
I do too.
Yeah, he could have called you a Mac Griddle or something. So.
Yeah, I told him. I said, "Don't you have some space donkeys to make out of hair scrunchies, you hoe?"
Okay, he's probably got some bootleg jerseys to get arrested for again, but we won't get into all that.
Yeah. He might be the one O.J. Simpson choked out in Vegas, man. I don't know.
Could be. But I hope you're not in his Facebook group, because apparently you can't be in his Facebook group and over here on my channel. I don't want you to get caught and busted or something.
Oh, no. I don't want to get reported, man. He going to call Mark Zuckerberg, going to call the police and stuff.
Oh yeah. He's going to say, man, did you hear? You're over there talking to that racist, sexist junk man.
Oh, no.
Yeah, every ism they can think of.
That evil criminal overlord on the YouTube's the Junk Man.
Evil.
The one who tells all them jokes and has got a sense of humor about some stuff.
So do you have any holy grails? I hate to ask.
Man, I tell you what, I know you're not a fan of the G.I. Joes, but I would say, and I got like a newer version of it, but he's the one, I think his name is Serpentor.
That sounds like a He-Man.
No, he's a G.I. Joe man. He's like a bad guy. He's with the Cobra. And he's the one, he dressed like Cher, and he flies around on the little snake helicopter thing, like the air chariot. I would love to have like an original one of those.
Well, I don't know what an air chariot is, but I want one of them for myself.
Yeah, I'm trying to make one now.
That sounds awesome right there. Now, you said I didn't like G.I. Joe.
Well, I know it's not your perspective. You're more of a Kenner Star Wars fan.
Yeah, I never had them, so I had no attachment to them. But it's not like a toy line I hate. But, I just don't have any.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just put it out there. I don't hate G.I. Joe. I didn't want to upset, some G.I. Joe fans.
Oh, no, we don't want anybody to report you on Facebook.
No, oh God, no. And I know a big G.I. Joe fan over in Australia. I don't want to upset him. Or Action Man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was really good in the Goonies. I think his name's Chunk or Sloth or something.
It could have been something like that. But that's your holy grail.
That would be my holy grail, the one I can think of, and I won't waste any more of your time, Junkman, but I appreciate you, and keep on rocking.
Okay, I'll let you go before you get me in trouble.
Oh, without question. Don't report me, y'all.
Okay, good luck.
All right, cuz.
Bye. That is what I call another satisfied customer. You know, Russ asked me, so why is it always so dark when you do the live stream calls? I don't know. I think it just gives it an atmosphere. It's not really that dark. I just, I want to have a nighttime atmosphere. This is the Junkman. Thank you for calling in the Junk Room. Who is this?
This is Paul.
Paul, where are you calling from, Paul?
Yeah. I'm still in my bunker from where I called you from last time that I called.
Is that south of the Rockies?
Yes.
Okay, I remember you calling. Yes, that's true. So, you got any holy grails? Or want a holy grail, I should say?
I do. Remember the Black Series 6-inch Boba Fett that came out at Comic-Con, I think, about 4 years ago, and they did it in the original Kenner colors.
Yes.
That's the one that I wanted.
I want that one also, so I'm with you.
I really wanted, I thought, if I could get 5 of those, I'm going to quit collecting, because this is getting out of control. It's a mess to collect everything. But,
gee, you want 5 of them?
Well, so I could quit collecting. But if I just got one, I would be happy.
Oh, okay.
But,
I didn't. They must be going for a lot.
I haven't even looked at them after I saw that they came out and you can't find them and all that. I don't even bother looking them up anymore. I looked them up when they first came out, and of course, people have the ridiculous prices on them, and I'm just not going to pay that.
Yeah.
But if I had one, that would be awesome. And then 5, I'd be like, I think I'll stop collecting forever.
That's a nice one. I know they also did a Boba Fett Comic-Con that came with a Hun and Carbonite, and it came with a great box and everything. I wanted that one also.
I did get that one.
Oh, you did?
I did, and I got mine. I'm pretty sure I got it from one of the online toy places. I won't say their name because I don't want to get you in trouble or jeopardize anything for you. But I got it from them, and I thought, man, this is a ridiculous price. But then right after I paid that price, it's been way more. I paid $80 for it, which I thought was very reasonable.
Yeah, that's not too high for what it was going for.
Exactly, and if you look at the prices now, they're just out of control on those. I haven't looked at the prices for that one specifically, but when I did a few years ago after I got it, I was like, wow, now it's around $230 or something.
Yeah, I'm sure it's pretty high up there. Like I said, I don't really look up the new stuff prices because it'll just make me cry.
Yeah, yes, exactly. So just the one 6-inch Black Series Kenner colors Boba Fett would be really nice. But yeah, I guess I won't get it.
Yeah, but
I'm happy with the rest of my collection.
The only hot toy I have is the Kenner style Boba Fett, and just because this time I'm spoiling myself. I'm getting this. The hot toys aren't cheap, but a Kenner style. I missed the figure, so I'm not missing the hot toy.
I did the exact same thing, and I think I see it sometimes in your background.
Yeah, it's right there behind my head.
Yeah, and I have the exact same thing. I look at mine. I'm looking at mine right now when I'm looking at yours.
It does make me want more hot toys, but I don't really got good spaces for them. I don't got one of these. I would like a glass cabinet, but I don't have all that space.
I wish the people that wanted one, like you're saying, I wish you could have one as a collector, and something that we always wanted back in the 80s. And then we were finally able to get it.
Yeah. That's, like I said, it'd be cool to have, but it wasn't like something I felt like I needed. But it's pretty awesome. It'd be awesome to see in person.
All righty. Well, thank you very much for taking my call, and thank you for the great show.
Okay, thank you for watching. He didn't hang up. He's sitting there with the phone. There you go. He hung up. Okay. This is Junkman. Who's calling into the junk room?
What's happening? It's Rusty in Cincinnati.
Rusty in Cincinnati. How's it going, Rusty?
I'm good. How are you, sir?
I used to have a horse named Rusty. No. Okay, it's a Seinfeld joke.
And how... Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I couldn't capitalize on it, though.
Okay.
So wanted to call in. I got a few talking points here. So I called in at some point or whatever and chatted with you, but I've got a couple of kiddos, 6 and 9, and my youngest and we're on a Star Wars kick, and we're having a lot of fun, buying figures and stuff like that. And we went to the place of all places for their spring break. We went to Disney World down in Florida to check out Galaxy's Edge and whatnot, thinking that it'd be, a quite fun experience. And it is, we paid the extra money so the kiddos could make the droids and make the lightsabers, and I figured since we were there and we go into all these little shops that, hey, maybe there's going to be some items there that, that you can't really find at the stores, or just something that would be a little more cool. And good God, man, did they have more Landos than you could ever desire. The racks and racks were just full of Landos. That was pretty disappointing. And when we were at the Droid Depot there, it was Disney World, it's all about the kids, but even my wife had bought a souvenir. My wife bought a little remote control Dio just for fun to play with the kids, and I was like, well, I think my wife's bought a souvenir, I should buy something, So I bought this pack of exclusive droids. It's like a little 5-pack of droids, and it cost $59.99, and I literally, I looked at it and I was like, that's cool to have, but I just, I'm not going to pay that. And we went to Galaxy's Edge twice. We went on the second day, then we went on the last day. And the last day there, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to pull the trigger. So I pulled the trigger, bought them back home, and they're in my office here. I work from home, and every day I look at those things and I just shake my head like, why did I buy those? That is just a waste of money. So, but a little bit disappointed with the Landos.
Well, that's the opposite of a Holy Grail.
It is the opposite of a Holy Grail. You're correct. I thought about the Holy Grails, and honestly, I don't really know if I have one. What would your definition of, when I think Holy Grail, I think, something that is hard to obtain, or just something that is a little bit rare. I don't know. I've thought about it, and, I tend to kick myself a lot when I think about some of the stuff that I had when I was little that I no longer have. I'll never forget, I gave away the USS Flag, the G.I. Joe aircraft carrier.
Oh.
I gave that away at my grandmother's garage sale.
Gave it away. Yeah.
I gave it away. It was, it was big and it was bulky, and I was, at that point in time, I was a teenager, so I was just, I was too cool for that type of stuff. And yeah, I ended up giving it away. And I just, I think about that every now and then, because you see, heck, even incomplete ones, they go for a lot of different prices. So I don't know. I tend to kick myself about that, but can't think about that stuff too often. But I would think the biggest thing that at this point in time in the little journey that we're going on, I think the thing that I have only come into contact with a few times, and I never pulled the trigger because it's quite an expensive, item. And I believe you have this one, Junkman. It would be probably the blue snaggletooth guy. I know he's not exactly rare, but I just don't see him that often when I kind of go out and do the hunting. So,
yes, he is rare. He's on eBay a lot, but when you're not going to walk into most places that sell vintage stuff and find him.
Right. Yeah. I've seen him twice, and it's kind of one of those things. We have a certain place that we check every weekend, and I've seen him there once or twice, and I'm always like, maybe next weekend. And sure enough, by the time we get back there, he's never there. So it's not impossible, but yes. But what? So I heard earlier. So was it Jabba's sail barge? That's kind of yours. Is that what you were saying?
Oh no, the Kenner sail barge. The little small one. Skiff. That's the word I'm looking for. The skiff.
Oh, the skiff.
Yes.
Okay. So it's funny. It's funny enough. There is one of those at the place that I go to. So what is the typical going rate for that?
I haven't looked in a long time, but it's mint, ink, good condition. I think it's got to be pushing over 1,000.
I don't know what condition this is in, and I don't know if it's complete, but they have one, and it's the colors on it's decent, and the stickers on the controls are there, and they've got it marked for $850.
Yeah, I was going to say probably high hundreds. Yeah, that might be right.
Gotcha. I mean, it's a good looking piece though, that's for sure. I've always wanted to ask you because I remember in your old junk room back when you first started, which was a lot smaller than the one you have there. You almost had like a little nook or a little corner area where you had a bunch of stuff. So do you have all the Kenner originals, or are there still some that you don't have? Or
I have all the.
What would you say?
I have all the figures loose up there, but
sure.
I'm missing like 4 of them was missing their weapons, and I've been so lazy. I got to get those. It's hard to complete some of them.
Yeah, so I'm in the same boat. I've got a handful of really common ones, So I've got a B-wing pilot who, those are really easy to come by, and I've had this guy forever, and he's, really paint on the face is good and everything, but I mean, anytime you go and look for the original weapons that aren't, repos, people want like absurd amounts of money for these when you can basically buy almost a new figure for that. So I kind of scratch my head about that a lot. So, and I just haven't quite gotten to the point where I'm willing to do repos just yet. But
stay away from.
Kind of frustrating.
Trust me, you're gonna be. The repo will make you happy that day, but down the road you're gonna say, "Oh, I should have just got the real thing and got it over with."
Gotcha.
Trust me.
I think the last time we talked, you had said that I brought up that the recent buy that me and my youngest have done was we found a few droid figures that we had picked up, and you had mentioned that you had once had the Boba Fett in the droids packaging. Is that correct?
Yes, I found it probably about 2 years ago. I found it at a Second and Charles store for $100.
Man, so how much did you sell it for?
$2,000.
Nice. I was gonna say because that goes pretty high now because that one's pretty rare. I thought. So.
Yeah, it was the rare. That's almost. They had all the Ewoks too. I mean, they had all the figures, but I was like, I can't buy them all. So I said, I'm buying that Boba Fett. I don't care for the $100. I'm buying it. Sure. Boba Fett. Then I got laid off work.
What did you reinvest that $2,000?
Oh, I got laid off work, so I had to sell it to pay bills.
Oh.
So yeah, I didn't even. I had to sell it in my. I had to sell it in my Stormtrooper Luke on card.
Those are the tough decisions that being an adult, has to make sometimes. It sucks.
Yeah. The bad thing is,
I feel you on that.
Probably about 2 weeks after I sold my Boba Fett, I got a job, and I was like, "Well, shit! If I knew I was gonna get the job, I would have waited." But,
yeah.
But that 2,000 came in handy. So
one last thing. I really enjoyed your video with our previous caller there, Mr. Michael French, and I'm really not I'm not too knowledgeable in the vintage toys and toy collectibles and everything, and but I'm familiar with retro blasting, and I don't know if I saw it on your Twitter or what, but I went and I watched while I was working. I had it playing in the background, and I listened to that I guess you could call it a debate. It didn't really seem like a debate, but I don't know a whole lot about He-Man. So once him and the Toy Guru went into the He-Man hemisphere, I really had no clue what they were talking about. But just the back and forth between them and the one person seemed rather composed and one person just seemed to be getting into a constant pissing contest. So it was one of those things where after it was over, I kind of just really kicked myself. Like, why did I just listen to this whole thing? I could have guessed this was how it was going to go.
Now, believe me, I tried to watch it just because everybody was talking about it, and I got about 5 minutes in. That's one thing, I didn't know half of the stuff they were talking about in the same time. So I know where this is going.
I know nothing about He-Man, and then I know nothing about I mean, I agree. There are lots of empty pegs on our local Targets and Walmart's here in Cincinnati. But I wouldn't claim to know any of the science behind that or the business. But apparently, some people think they do because they worked in UPS next to the CEO or whatever he said. So, I don't know. So.
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks for calling. Oh, yeah, I did a video on why the shelves were empty. I did part 1, part 2. Check that out. Of course, some Frenchy guy didn't like my reason for that. But, I'm just basing it on my retail experience. We've got another call. This is the Junkman. Thanks for calling into the Junk Room. Who is this?
This is Jay in Fort Wayne.
Jay in Fort Wayne. How's it going, Jay?
So, the Holy Grail, I had this in the 70s, but I've never saw one elsewhere. But the Muhammad Ali, he had a little thing you could put in his back and squeeze and he would punch. And I think I had that for like 2 months before my mom tossed it, but I never seen another one in my life.
Yes, I remember that one. I never had it, but I remember it. Yeah.
The plastic was really, really dry, too, so I have to imagine they're all broke like the alien dolls or whatever, so.
Yeah, that'd be a kind of cool one to have.
Well, cool. Okay, well, hey, thanks, man. I'm punching out.
Okay, thanks. That is another caller there into the Junk Room. Calling into the Junk Room. This is Junkman. Thanks for calling the Junk Room. Who is this?
Hey, Junkman, it's Grace Randolph. So, how you doing?
There you go. How's it going, Grace?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. How's it going?
I'm doing good. So, I wanted to know maybe if you wanted to do a collaboration with me. Watch some movies, I
don't know. Your voice is a little too high for me. I think I pressed my ear.
What?
Yes. I don't know if I can handle that.
Oh, how about if I talk a little quieter and maybe we just watch a movie together?
Gee, you in a chicken coop or something?
Chicken coop? What are you talking about?
Oof.
You're funny, Junkman. I see there's some love for me in the chats. Hello, everyone. Grace here. I love you all.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to have to let you go now.
Okay, bye.
That's too loud. Too loud. Oh. This is Junkman. Thanks for calling to the Junk Room. Who is this? Hold on. You there? Hold on. Give me just a second. They're saying they can't hear you. Hold on just a second. There we go. Okay, they say it's working now. Okay, let's start over. Tell me about you said you wasn't Star Wars. G.I. Joe?
Well, I mean, I pretty much have all the Kenner stuff complete, kind of. But G.I. Joe, when I was a kid, we collected G.I. Joe. I mean, we collected Star Wars up until, when Return of the Jedi just didn't really have any toys left. In 83, then they started coming out with G.I. Joe in 84. And my holy grail was the G.I. Joe base. We were supposed to get it for Christmas, but J.C. Penney, they had that the Christmas catalog, and my mom ordered it through that, and it never came. They finally sent us a letter or something, said it was sold out. So that was just something I never got, was the G.I. Joe base, the original one, But you didn't collect G.I. Joe, so
no, I know the base. I know the base. It looks pretty cool, though. I had a friend that had the base. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was just something me and my brother, we always just wanted because we just never got it. We got the Cobra base later on, but the G.I. Joe one is just one of those things. It was in the catalog, and we were just one of the last ones to order it.
Yeah, you had to be fast in those. They seemed like my grandma used to order out of those catalogs, and things would be out all the time.
Oh yeah, my grandma had the catalog, so when we go visit her, we'd circle the stuff we wanted.
Oh yeah.
Never got anything. We just got a sweater or something. We always got clothes. But we'd always circle everything. We're like, Grandma, we want the sweater. She'll, okay. I think Christmas would come around and be like, oh, thanks for the socks, Grandma. Thanks for the sweater.
She probably ordered real late, and she's like, oh, I ain't got time now. I'll just get a shirt.
Yeah. Well, a small town in northern Minnesota, and so they had a couple local stores she'd just go in to shop at, so it wasn't even like any kind of name brand stuff. It was just whatever they had at the Lindstrom store,
Yeah.
But yeah. But yeah, the old toy catalogs. When you were asking about the Holy Grails, I was just trying to remember Star Wars stuff that's on my list, and I'm like, I just don't have any Star Wars. That G.I. Joe base, man.
I got
We ended up actually making one out of wood.
Making out of
my brother.
That's pretty cool. It's always cool when you made your own playsets.
Yeah, I mean, we look at the pictures and we'd watch the show, and we're like, well, we can't buy one. We'll make one.
Yeah. Sometimes those homemade ones are better than the real things.
Yeah. We had doors and all kinds of stuff on it, but we made it out of particle board and scrap. So
Oh yeah, I've done them too. They're pretty awesome. I mean, they're crap, but they're fun.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you got anything else?
Thanks for taking my call. I just was like, the G.I. Joe base, man.
Yeah, like I said, it looks awesome. So I can see what it would have been fun to have as a kid.
Yeah. Well, they come out with the G.I. Joe stuff again now. They've got those retro O-rings. So picked up the Sky Striker. It was in November. Kind of excited about that. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of cool. Thinking about G.I. Joe again. They have them on those retro cards. So I see those and I'm like, oh man, those are so cool when I was a kid.
Yeah, that is pretty good. Yeah.
Thanks for.
Okay, well, thanks
for
calling back.
Taking my call. I will. Keep it up with the show. I really enjoy it.
Okay, thank you. Okay, there we go. Another caller. We'll take a couple more calls there. This is Junkman. Thanks for calling. Who is this?
Hey, it's Cracker from California. How you doing, Junkman?
Cracker from California. How's it going?
It's going all right. I just had to call in and what's the question? The Holy Grail that we never got? Or
the Holy Grail that you have, Holy Grail you want to get, or it doesn't have to be on topic. Whatever one you want to do.
Probably the one that I have would probably be the Unicron Transformer that came out a couple of years ago, the HasLab one.
Oh, is that like the robotic one that does transforms and everything by itself?
No, that's the Optimus Prime.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
This is the giant planet that transforms into a robot.
Woo! Yeah, I know what you do. Okay.
Yeah, that thing is amazing.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Now, wasn't there some problems with his knee? Is that the one I heard? I might be thinking of something else.
Some people have had problems with some of the knees on that one. I don't.
You didn't know, huh?
But I don't mess with it much. So it's it's so big and it's so expensive. You just kind of appreciate it.
Yeah, it's more just to sit there and look at, I guess.
Yeah.
You're not going to get on the floor.
I'm more afraid I'll knock it over and break trying to play it.
Yeah, you're not getting on the floor and playing with it.
Not at this age, unfortunately.
No? So that's one you got. Is there a Holy Grail you don't have?
Probably the sail barge.
No, that would be a good one. Like I said, I don't have a room for it, and that's just too much money for me, but it'd be awesome to have.
Yeah, that was pretty much the reasoning I passed on it, was space and money.
Yeah. So. I mean, if somebody wants to give it to me, I'll take it, but...
Yeah, I'll find room for it then.
Yeah, I'll make room for it.
I will make room. Exactly.
Yeah, I can't imagine what they're going for now.
Oh, did you see that piece that's coming out next year, the Jabba's Palace piece?
Was it revealed today?
No, that was
you're talking about
months back.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, took me a minute. Yeah,
Book of Boba Fett piece.
Yeah. It looked cool.
I haven't seen today's reveals. I did hear what they were, but I haven't.
I saw the figures. I don't think there was no Hasbro Lab anything. I don't think today. There were some figures that look like just the basic figures we've seen 100 times.
Yeah, I hope not. I hope they're going to hold off on any HasLab projects until more have made their way into people's hands, and just maybe it gives people a little time to get anxious to want to invest into one and to have money to invest
Yes,
into
and you
one.
can't do it at Christmas time. I don't know what they were thinking, having Rancor at Christmas time.
Yeah.
And then
maybe get it closer. My only question is with these fan-backed projects, there's so many people that are just unhappy with having to back them. They want them to be made. They can't grasp the economics of it all, which I get, but it's, if you're going to invest in it and get it, don't complain about it. Just wait. It'll get there. Be grateful you can get it.
Right. It'll come. It'll come.
Exactly. I just see so many people upset that they haven't gotten their toys yet, or that, they show something and it's not coming out for a year and they don't understand, well, that's the way it works.
And then you got hit with COVID, and you got hit with, everything's taking forever to get done.
Yeah, and they don't realize, this is, a first world privilege. These are toys.
Right. So
think of the poor people that make these for us, No, or I joked with a friend of mine the other day who was complaining about having to wait so long. I was like, I know, these bastards in Vietnam need to make our toys sooner already. They're not sweating enough in these slave labor shops. Flip them more. Pay them less. Give me my toy.
I admit, I'm there sometime. Like, the new retro Mandalorian figures don't come out until December, and I'm like, come on, hurry. But
yeah, no, I feel it. But these, some people I know actually get angry over it. There's a difference between having fan frustration and it actually causing you, and you don't have something better to be angry at.
Oh, when it comes to toys, I see a lot of people
in the world, maybe.
Yeah, I see a lot of people angry about the silliest stuff sometimes, but that's on wine for you.
Exactly.
Okay, you got anything else?
All right, well, I'm going to get going here. What's that?
So you got anything else?
Nah, that's all I got.
Okay, we'll call in again.
All right, you take it easy.
Thanks. There's another caller. I think we'll take about two more callers to call in. And we're going to listen. I know who this is, Sith Critic. This is the Junk Room. How's it going, Sith Critic?
Hey, Junkman, the one and only action figure call-in show. No imitations, the one and only.
The one and only.
Happy Wednesday to you.
Thank you. What's on your mind tonight?
So we're talking about Holy Grails, and I have a question. I'm not sure if this is a Holy Grail, and your thoughts on that. One of the things that I saw when I was a young lad was in the Star Wars toys that came with a little marketing brochure, and on one of the pages were the inflatable lightsabers. And I've always, the picture itself looked like they were almost realistic. I don't know if you've ever seen those, but they almost look like real lightsabers, but they were inflatable, and we know it wasn't. But it was something I've always kind of wanted, but never was able to find or see in a shop or hear much about. Is it considered a holy grail, or is it just an oddball item that just is obscure?
You're talking about those from 77, right? The blow-up ones.
77, yeah.
Yeah, right, 77, right 78.
Yeah, they're yellow.
They're not easy to come by. I haven't looked to see how in a while. I don't really see them come up that much. I would count them as a holy grail, but it's hard to find one, especially if it's out of the box that hadn't been played with, because they pop so easy.
Right. One that works, yeah. I mean, I understand that it's obscure and perhaps rare, but I wonder if it has the want factor the same way they would want something else.
It's not like the figures. A lot of that stuff isn't like the figures, but I mean, you got lightsaber collectors. I see a lot of them. They'll want it, but also it's not one that you can display really good. So it's on the low end when it comes to money wise. Last time I can remember, but it's still, if you got a guy that collects not just the toys, it's pretty out there.
Right. Well, I was able to luckily check off one of the Holy Grails on, in the 90s. We picked up, I think I might have mentioned it to you before, I picked up a sandcrawler, radio-controlled sandcrawler in the box.
That's my dream.
Sweet. Yeah, we bought it for very cheap, maybe $35, $45, something like that, around 1993. We bought it in a bulk sale. We got all 12 of the large action figures. And of course, for us, the thing we were hunting for is the Han Solo with the medallion, because at that time is when people started looking for the large 12-inch figures, they started to realize that to have a complete Han was to look for that medallion. So that was something that we got back in the day. And when I say we, I mean my brother and I, who started collecting when we were, late teens, I'd say. So yeah, I have that Holy Grail, but I haven't been compelled to go search for others. But on the back of my mind, those inflatable lightsabers always been sort of a curiosity to me. I just thought I'd pick your brain on that and just share some thoughts. So that's all I got for today. But
okay, well that's a great find to find that sandcrawler. You got lucky.
I did, yeah, no doubt.
Okay, I'll let you go, but call back in next week.
All right, have a good one. Talk to you later.
Okay, let's take about one or two more callers. Let's see here. Spoonie Lee just sent in a super sticker or whatever it was, but I want to thank you, Spoonie Lee. Always here to support the channel. Means a lot. Let's see. This is the Junkman. Thanks for calling the Junk Room. Who is this?
Yo, Junkman, it's Will Smith.
Man, we're getting everybody today. How's it going, Will?
Yo, man, I just want to let you know if you need me to take care of Frenchie for you, I will. I'll walk up and I'll slap him across the face.
Oh, well, I'll keep that in mind if he says the joke about your wife or anything. I'll let you know.
No, and I'll be like, yo, Retro Blasting, keep Junkman's name out your fucking mouth.
I appreciate that. You sure you can take him, though?
You're my homie. What's that?
Are you sure you can take him?
Oh, I can take that little boy, that little cracker, the little white boy. I'll smack him around like my son did in Karate Kid.
Yeah, I forgot about that, your remake.
Oh, my son's the best actor, bro. He's great.
Oh, I'm sure he is. Going to be the name. Maybe he'll be in the remake of the Wild Wild West.
Possibly. I don't do sequels, but hey, you never know.
Well, maybe your son can do the sequels.
Very true. Very true.
Oh, I mean, you did Bad Boys 1, 2, and 3, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
So you do sequels.
Well, only certain ones, you know. But as long as that Retro Blasting guy ain't around, yeah, maybe I'll do it. But him, I'ma slap that guy. Ooh, boy, I'ma slap that guy.
Okay, well, I didn't tell you to.
Oh no, it's not from you. Don't worry, I got your back, bro.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go so I can get a few more callers in.
All right, take care.
Thank you, Will. Crazy night, that's for sure. Oh, let's take a couple more, being that was kind of not a lot of prank calls, a lot of silly calls tonight, that's for sure. This is the Junkman. Thanks for calling the Junk Room. Who is this?
Hey, Junkman, it's Matthew from Boston.
Matthew from Boston. How's it going, Matthew?
Good. How you doing?
Doing good. You got what's on your mind tonight?
You were asking about Holy Grails, ones that I've got, ones that I still am looking for.
Yes.
So one of the Holy Grails, when did you start recollecting vintage Star Wars? What year, roughly?
Around 92, 93.
That's early. I started really seriously around 2005, and I found it a lot easier then as opposed to now. It was certainly a lot easier. It wasn't cheap, but I could find stuff in really good condition very easily around 2005, and I started collecting those the large formats. One of them was the 12-inch, the large format Han Solo, and I was able to find that one, so I was very happy to get that. But a lot of the obvious large or Holy Grails are probably similar to yours. What are some of your Holy Grails for vintage Star Wars?
Well, right now, like the Sandcrawler we talked about was one I would love to get. The Sail Barge is another one I've talked about already. I love to get, but I really don't have. I've got all the figures. I do want a Han and Carbonite on card. I don't know why. I want that one. That's one of my favorite figures.
It's a great one on card. It's a great one.
Yeah, that one's hard to find on card. That one fades a lot. It's hard to find a clear bubble on that one, but that's about it off the top of my head. There is a Magnum PI car with figure that I want, and that thing I can never find it under like $400 or $500. Yeah, I'm not paying that much.
So a buddy of mine who collects He like 20, 30 years ago, he was offered a large collection of toys, including Star Wars, G.I. Joe, and he didn't take everything. And one of the things he left behind was the Magnum figure and car.
Oh.
And he doesn't stop talking about it. He doesn't stop talking about it. Every time I see him, he brings it up. I see him twice a month, and he talks about the Magnum car and the ones that got away.
That it's hard to find. I found somebody on Craigslist that had it. They wanted $100 for it, but they refused to ship it.
Huh.
But then I lost it. But maybe he was just trying to con me out of some money or something. Because I was like, I'll give you $200 and pay the shipping. He's like, no. So maybe it was just.
Yeah, as you know.
Yeah.
A lot of scams.
Yeah, maybe he's just looking for somebody local. Here on Craigslist. Yeah, he's probably looking for somebody local to even rob him in person or something.
Oh, Jesus.
But that's a hard one to find.
So, yeah. The A-Wing and the Skiff are two that I've been hunting for 15, 17 years now. Yeah, I think I've seen maybe 3 A-Wings in my life and maybe like 3 Skiffs in my whole life, and I'm always hunting for those.
Yeah, the A-Wing, I forgot about it. It would be a good one. I would love to have the A-Wing. I saw on eBay somebody had somebody had the old vintage A-Wing, but they had it listed as a 90s A-Wing. And nobody was bidding on it, so I bidded on it. But then I guess word got out, and then it started going up that they had it listed alone. I was like, man, I thought I was going to get a deal.
Did you hear that happen in Toylanta? Because I saw your video on that somebody had a booth on like the Friday night, and they had an 85 A-Wing listed as like a 90s A-Wing for like a couple hours, and then someone told them, which was the right thing to do, told them that actually was worth a lot more.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was the one that is like in all the videos they were showing that A-Wing for like $600, and apparently they had it listed at like as a 90s A-Wing for a lot less on the Friday night, and I just thought, I wish I was there.
Yeah. No, I didn't see that. I did see an A-Wing there, but I can't remember. I've seen people try to sell that 90 one as a 80s vintage one for a lot of price. But
oh yeah. Well,
I mean, they look almost the same, but one's got the battery compartment and the one doesn't. So.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of a paint job difference. I only collect the old 70s and 80s stuff, but there's a part of me that's just like, I'm never going to find it. Maybe I should just buy the 90s one and just as a placeholder. I don't know.
Yeah, I've got one. Well, I was buying stuff more in the 90s, but they haven't really done that ship anymore since then either. So.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't been following it, so I don't know.
The A-Wing doesn't get much love. I love the A-Wing.
Oh, the A-Wing, gets a lot of love here.
Yeah, from us.
Was there anything at Toylanta that you wished you had, like deep pockets to buy if you had unlimited money? Was there anything that you would have bought?
If I had unlimited money just to spend some stuff, I didn't really see nothing that I was like, oh man, I want that.
Yeah.
I saw a Sandcrawler there, but it was $600. And there's a few other things. Yeah, if I had money to waste, there wasn't nothing there that I really felt like I needed. I was looking for a Return of the Jedi lunchbox. A lot of people had those, but I couldn't find a Return of the Jedi.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool too. Yeah, I know you want to do other callers. I don't want to take other people's time, but thank you for taking my call, dude. And I didn't know you had all the figures. So, because I don't see them behind you. You have all the old vintage figures?
Yes, I have most of them. And I got like a little hangs on the wall. Real men put bolts and nuts in it and everything, and I got figures in it.
Nice. What accessories are you missing?
It's a couple of the Ewoks. I think a Yoda cane and Lando's, which I had until I moved, Lando's gun.
Oh, the
Lando General.
The General Lando?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, when we moved, I wish we could move again, but when we moved, I had a B-Wing gun, and it just fell on the floor, and then it just got absorbed, and I still can't find it.
Oh, yeah, I don't... that happens, sadly.
Yeah. No. Yeah. All right. Junkman, thank you. Thanks for taking my call, and keep doing what you're doing.
Okay, thanks for calling. There we go. We're going to take one more caller. This is Junkman. You're the last caller of the night. Who is this?
Hey, Junkman. This is Junkman.
I know. Hey, Junkman. How's it going?
I'm calling you from the future, my friend.
Oh, am I rich?
Yeah, Definitely got some popularity. Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna cut you short, but I want to take one more real call before I leave. So, in the future,
Okay, good luck.
I'll talk with you later.
I'll see you later.
Bye. Okay, being that we had another phony call, let's take one more real call so I can head through these. This is Junkman. Thanks for calling to the Junk Room. Who is this?
Tia Taka, Junkman.
Hi, how's it going?
Oh, want to know what? Since I got through to you, brother, my night's going great.
No, you're the last caller, so you just got in.
All right, so I got a question to ask you, Junkman.
Yes.
It's about Star Wars.
Okay.
So, it's actually, you do a lot of toy hunts, and you never fucking buy anything, man. Like, what's up with that?
There ain't nothing out there worth buying.
Want to know what? I kind of agree with you. I'm actually in Canada, and our distribution here fucking sucks. It's I've got Landos.
Oh, that's all
I have is like I've got like, oh my god, like vintage Landos, Black Series Landos. Lando's awesome, but I can only buy one. So it's, oh brother, it's. I got you though. You did one in a bookstore one time, and it was like Ewok sign. I'm like,
yes.
Oh.
I
was on the edge of my seat. I'm like, Junkman, buy that. Junkman, buy that. And it was like, no, you didn't buy it.
Somebody sent me a super chat that if I went back and buy it, they'll pay for it. So I'm gonna go back and get it.
No, that's awesome, brother. No, that's awesome.
Yeah, but
I'm the last caller. Can I say one other thing?
Yeah, but hold on. I just to let you know, sometime I do buy stuff, but I don't record it. They don't want to see me standing in a checkout lane or something, or walking around with it when I'm trying to record.
Cool. Oh, that's cool, brother. I'm a renowned cheapskate.
Oh, I am
too. An awesome toy collector.
I am too. I'm tight with my money, so it's got to be something good.
No, that's awesome. So, I know I'm the last caller.
Yes.
It's all I gotta say is that guy. What's his name? Is something Solo. He can suck my nuts. So I've always told you, man, you'd be a great guy to sit. We'll have a drink of whiskey with. We'll listen to some old school country music.
There we go.
Talking Waylon Jennings.
There we go.
You know what I mean? Like Conway Twitty.
Yes. Now you're talking my stuff.
Yeah. Put the feet up, have the big cigars, and sip our whiskey like gentlemen.
There'll be no Calbanoche.
I don't even know who you're talking about, so it's all good.
Trust me, I don't even. I just know the name, so you ain't missing nothing. I don't think.
I just learned what a fucking Cardi B was the other week. So it's
it's better not to know that either.
Yeah, want to know what? I know enough. I just know what it is, not who it is. She's a singer. It's just like Taylor Swift apparently is a singer. I've never heard. I've always watched her videos on mute.
Oh, there you go.
They're much better. Oh yeah, buddy. Not.
Okay.
It's like I said, Waylon Jennings, fucking feet up on the table. Some cigars. We'll put on a Clint Eastwood movie.
There we
like
go.
The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. Oh, yeah, buddy. I'm all about that shit. So, oh, yeah. The good, when shit was good. So,
okay.
Junkman, I'm gonna drop my terrible YouTube channel name again, TS Hawkeye.
Yes.
I get drunk and I review toys that usually a retro toy review, but it's not. We never know what's going to happen. It's I'm Canadian, so it's the devil's lettuce is also legal. So I did gummies one time, and I was high for 2 days.
Oh, that's why I haven't done it yet, because I haven't done anything like that in a long time.
Buddy, go slow, man. Did you gamble when you were in Vegas?
No, I was going to play some poker, but the hotel we had didn't have poker tables for some reason. And I did on my last day see some poker tables, but by then I just didn't. I didn't feel like it.
Oh no, it's all good. All good. It's every time I play poker, I get cleaned out. So yeah. Last time I was playing strip poker with a hooker, and man, I was naked like you wouldn't believe.
Well,
oh, buddy, I'm gonna clean the language up. I'm gonna get you demonetized, man. I am so sorry.
That's okay.
I think you're my favorite YouTuber.
Oh, I feel honored.
You know, Christ, it's some random guy telling you you're my favorite. So it's.
I got you. Well, I'm gonna let you go so I can
buddy.
cut this down. But I want to thank you for calling. Call back next week.
Oh, buddy. Oh, I'm gonna be a regular caller, brother.
Please do.
All right. You have a great night, Chuck, man.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. There we go. Last caller. Let me cut this off. Sorry, no more calls tonight. Whew, I think that last caller might have been drunk when he called. I don't know. Maybe he was just really excited. Like I said, we had a bunch of weird calls this week. Not that guy was weird or anything, but we had a bunch of prank calls. Like I said, I had to cut some of them out. But don't worry. If you're a member of the YouTube channel or Patreon, you get the raw feed. So you get to hear this uncut. How lucky are you? Uncut feed. Or if you listen Wednesday night, of course, you get to hear it uncut also. Don't forget Wednesdays nights at That Junkman Live. You can go there, watch the live stream, call in. How do you call in? All you need is a phone number. Anyway, this has been this week's episode of the Only Action Figure Call-In Show. We'll see you. I can't wait to hear from you next week.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.